Hey guys, welcome back. So glad you could join me. We're back in the kitchen this morning and we're going to actually make dessert. I'm going to be making a vegan cheesecake. And this one, guys, is not going to be Starch Solution friendly, unfortunately. So if you're looking for that, you can skip over this one. I'm actually just doing this because I'm bringing it for friends and family for Thanksgiving. But you can have, I like my pumpkin all year round. So you can bring this one anytime, but there is a little bit of butter in the crust. I'm actually doing a recipe from Sam at It Doesn't Taste Like Chicken. All of her recipes are fabulous, so I will leave the link in the description down below. All of her recipes are fabulous, and she is a fellow Canadian. So shout out to Sam. Thank you for this recipe, and I hope I do her proud. So we're going to start with the crust, and let's get into the recipe. To make our crust, you could use graham crackers. If you can find the ones without honey, I find it really hard. So I'm actually going to use ginger snap cookies because I find that easier, and I think the flavor is way better. So I'm going to make my own. You can find the graham crumbs. Go for it. I'm going to make my own. I do find finding graham crackers without the honey is the hardest thing. So leave me a comment down below. If you guys have found those, let me know. And it calls for like a cup and a half. So we're going to blend this. We'll just see if we have a cup and a half here. Probably have more, but that's okay. In our bowl, we're going to do a cup and a half of the crumbs. Into our graham cracker crust, we're going to add in 1/4 cup of melted vegan butter. Now you should have your oven preheated to 350, and we're just going to want to toss these to get all of them nicely coated. Now I'm using a springform pan. You could use a pie pan and just make sure that it's fitted with parchment paper, well oiled, just to make sure that it's going to come out. As you can see, very well incorporated. We're going to take our springform pan or our prepared pan. Spread this out evenly. Then you're going to want to press this all down nice and firmly. I like to go around first. Try to get it evenly as possible. And then kind of get in there with my hands. Once that's all pressed, we're going to bake that for 6 to 8 minutes in our preheated oven at 350. Now I've had my cashews soaking overnight. We're just going to give those a drain. Now if you didn't soak them overnight, that's okay. You can quick soak them by just pouring hot water over them and letting them sit for 20 to 30 minutes. We just want them soft so that they blend nice and smooth, so that your batter is super smooth. Now we're going to make our filling. So in our processor, we're going to put in all of our soaked cashews. 1 cup of pumpkin puree, not the pumpkin pie filling, but the puree, guys. So last year there was a big pumpkin puree shortage. I bought mine in bulk. I love it. I'm going to add some sugar. Make sure it's vegan sugar. Pinch of salt. Some delicious pumpkin pie seasoning. and a teaspoon of extract, of vanilla extract. And to thicken, we're using 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Super simple recipe. I love all of her recipes. They're always so fabulous. And now we're just going to process it. And you want to process it so it's super smooth. So just let it go. Make sure that it's going to be super smooth. Now our crust is cooked. I've let the batter go for about 5 minutes to get it nice and smooth. In hindsight, I might have probably should have gone with my Vitamix. I'm going to get all of the batter in here. Just going to get that off. So if you had a Vitamix or a high-speed blender, you could do it also in that. It is already delicious, not gonna lie. I have tasted it. You're just going to spread it out evenly. Now we're gonna put this in the oven at the 350 for 25 to 35 minutes. Let your cheesecake cool and refrigerate and serve it up. And I can tell you, I served this at Thanksgiving and there wasn't even crumbs left. Everybody enjoyed this. It was delicious. Hope you enjoyed this one, and shout out to Sam.